allow me to change something. And thank you, Trogdor, for telling me to make like an S and then a more different S. Okay. It makes you're skipping a 1 by 1, and here you're skipping a 1 by 3. Okay, it's like you're making the small part and the large part. But conversely, when you're doing it the other way, you're going to make the large part and the small part. Okay? Which is kind of making the neck of the flower for the bulb. Okay? So, Trogdor with your S and different S, very clever. Now, number 2, the burninating of the cottages. Okay? Like, God damn it, I forgot to... I made a boo-boo earlier. Anyway, so like, which way you take it, burninating the cottages, I think is hilarious. Even when he's like doing the 2 flames that are going up are literally right there. So whoever created Trogdor knew this, or doesn't know this, but symbolized it rather well. With the 2 and the dragon made of an S and a more different S because it's going the other way. For your SS, that's what the SS means. It's all about the stem of the new flower in the middle being constructed one side at a time. Alright, so Trogdor was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. Now, to be more serious about what the 5x5 is from 1955, or 1855, 1901. 1901 just means instead of the 1 by 9 on the top, we're going to take the 1 by 9 on the second row. 1901 means we're doing the second row, which means that we're taking up the infinite and nothing. We're leaving ourselves a 5x5, the 5x5 created by time, where the hypercube resides, and your three-dimensional space. Three-dimensional space ends with a 13 at the G. Okay, 13 is important because it's a 5. Circled 13 is a 113. Okay, and the important part is when the G is created and then plants are created, and it's like the Nibiru is created. It's basically telling me that this 5 is actually a three-dimensional 5. Like, and you can cut, you know, like here you're just going to cut 1. So it's a three-dimensional 5, you're going to cut 1 and it's going to look like a 55. And the 5x5 just means the 5x5 that encompasses the hypercube. So there's only one here, and it's under a 5, which is Jupiter. Jupiter is a circled 4. A circled 4 is a 5. That represents Jupiter, a 5. This represents it in 2D, this represents it in 3D. Now Jupiter is important because there's your eye of Jupiter, it's created in the 9 quadrant, it's the truth. And it shows up not only on the right hand of God bubble from the X, it shows up in the left hand of God bubble from the X as a 13. 13 again, the 1 and the 3 is a 4, it depicts Jupiter again, and the circled 4 is a 5. And you have to understand the 3-to-1 relationship that Saturn has with Jupiter, or the Saturn matrix of a cube, because the circle 3 is a 4. Now your 13 over here is Jupiter, is conversely balanced by Saturn with the remaining cells in the bubble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But in this case, we have 3 5-5s that are in the white hole and 1 5-5 that's in the black hole. So the construction of the hypercube by time to encase it is known both in Jupiter and Saturn. But there's the 3-to-1 relationship. This is your 3 is the 1 relationship, and then your 5-to-1 relationship would be like your 2 5s acting as a 1. 5, 2, 1. Okay, and the flower only grows if you put love into it. Okay, it's where the root system shows up. The root system shows up right here. It goes. There's your S. You put a Superman in the heart, not a Superman in the diamond. You don't worship like vanity and possessions and idolatry. You want a super heart, Superman is in the heart, guy. That's where your S is. Or you're like 52. It makes a fucking omega. Like, if you haven't understood that the S and then the reverse S for the 52 makes an omega. Alpha to the omega to the capital Z, the 52nd letter of the alphabet is capital Z. You gotta understand that. And the omega is like the new basis for the construction of a very complex root system of the unification between the divine masculine and divine feminine, you know, and the female V, not the male. It's like a 3-to-1 ratio of size. Anyway, where it comes from to what it becomes. Anyways, kid, Trogdor and everything is very interesting. This is very interesting. It's the truth. This is reality. He can keep playing, make pretend and believe it's not. But it is. See, I even have it here. I kind of, see, because I did them really wide when I was doing these guys. That's why the stem looks really wide, but you can see how thin it is here. And I'm skipping this, and it's like a bulb, and then it's still joined. And it has like a, yeah, it should be going through. Oh. There's so much going on. This is a Converse stuff. Anyways, I don't want to talk like that, but I'm just saying that it makes a more defined flower. 2-to-1. A 2 is a 1, a 3 is a 1. Again, you're 69, 69, 64, 36. It's a 64, 36. 6, 4, 3, 6. Okay? You have 2 6s to spawn 2 new leaves off of. Compared to these, your 6, it's all about understanding your three-dimensional axial coordinate system, which starts with the most complicated would be the X, because it's balancing a 12 with a 12. Okay, for your 14, you need to balance the 14s, but an X will have, you know, 5 and a 7 plus your 1 plus your 1. So that's your 14, so you're going to have a 7-5 relationship. Your Y, you're going to have your 5 and 7, and down here you're going to have your 13 relationship, because you're going to have the 1 here for 14. But then your V, you're going to have your 5 to 7 relationship, but you're going to have the 12 down here, because you're going to count for the 1 and the 1 to your 14. 5, 2, 1, 7, 12. So, yeah, so that's what we're doing, okay? We're looking at the 9x9 matrix. It's obviously making an X, okay? It's obviously making a Y. And the intention is to make a V by spreading off in 2 ways. By understanding, you have to make a black hole device and a white hole device. So, just because, you know, last night was late and Kevin was tired, and, you know, creating as he was going. So I guess that, you know, conversely, gonna have to make one of these at the same time. Satisfy all conditions, make everyone happy. Okay, and then it's gonna send a positive juju out towards us, okay? But remember that our creator's creator lives in a negative existence. So you're still going to live in a world of duality, guy, and you're going to have to knowingly and willingly choose to do right instead of wrong for the greater good of oneness of Earth and its inhabitants and the shepherds who are responsible for taking care of everything in her. Yeah, this is the math of creation, so, like, yeah, like, I'm right, I know I'm right, okay. Trogdor. I can't believe it's called Trogdor. If I still have my flight suit from Carleton Engineering, and you want it, and it has a badge that goes over your heart that has the word Trogdor spelt on it, and it's like an aviation flight suit. If you want it from me, contact me. We'll make some arrangement. You know, help me out in my cause. You know, help. Like, I just need, like, the base necessities of survival. I'm not asking for much. Anything additional will go to obviously research, or get a money guy. Fuck, I don't care. I don't want to deal with that. I don't have time to deal with stupid things. Okay, so like, again, your 13 is your 5, is your 5-5, is your 5-5, 3-1 between the Jupiter-Saturn duality of matrix. It's duality, but the Trinity. It's the Father, the Son, and I guess some kind of Holy Spirit. So, choose to believe what you want to believe. Like, I really absolutely don't care at this time. Kind of a cool thing that down here, it's like where it sprouts from, the 6436, is the 25th thing created, and that's Ariel. And Ariel is the number 1 and 1 of 4 of 5 of 6 of 0. Okay, he's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ariel, see? It's interesting. Whatever Ariel means in mythology, you can read it up, whatever, believe what you want to believe. If you think that fancy-pantsy, schmancy Jesus ghost is going to come down here and save your ass after you haven't changed anything at all that you're doing, or even like reevaluated the files in your brain about what reality it is in the current paradigm. And if you can't understand that they hide the truth hidden in plain sight, whether they do it knowingly or unknowingly, I cannot prove. However, it is justifiable and conclusive to understand that it's there, to be seen, hidden in plain sight. So, like, I mean, this is like pretty powerful stuff. You know, like, I can make a device that can change the world, guy. I just need a little help from my friends. Yeah, okay. I'm a little defeated and upset and aggravated with life and the people in it. Yeah, that didn't change overnight, guy. Stand inside your love, guy. Understand the little heart, the 12 cells of the little heart. Understand how a 1x5, the 1x3, and the 1x1, or sorry, the 1x5, a 1x3, and a 1x1 get taken off the top, put on the bottom, and you're adding another 1x5 and a 1x1 for a total of 6 extra. You're going to add a 1x4 and a 1x2 for a total of 6, and a 1x4 by a 1x2 for a total of 6 to create a big, giant heart comprised of 97 cells instead of the 12. And trust me, I'm pretty sure of this. Go watch Angels and Demons and Their Cameras. They reference camera 12, camera 97 for a reason. Because they understand creation code, and you should too. Okay? You don't live on a spinning ball in space. Okay? You don't. We don't send spaceships out to space to go travel in space and come back and send us space stuff. It doesn't work like that. If anything, if I could draw it really quickly, you live in a battery, in a bubble, where you walk on the inside walls of the beach ball, where we're at the center of the beach ball. All of light for all of the world that you see bends for you as an observer. But that light comes through. We are in an icosahedron, which is inside a dodecahedron, and then an air bubble is formed. So let's say this is the air bubble, that's the icosahedron, that's the dodecahedron. Now there is a hole in the icosahedron and dodecahedron to allow light to enter the device. And that device is located in a room, and it is most likely on a table. And it was created by a person who's like in the room. And he's in a world. In his world, he's walking on the inside walls of a bubble, which is in a battery with a hole in it, with an icosahedron and a dodecahedron. It's in a room, on a table, with a creator in the room. And this one's feminine, let's say. It's in a battery. It was created by a creator. On a table. In a room. In an earth. And all the light that we have is bending through all that shit.